Yo, 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 it's infj time. Shout out to all my infjs out there, infjing it up for the Valentine's Day celebration. Shout out to all of you guys. I was driving right now, and the funny thing that we think about when we're on our long trips and journeys and the stuff that just enters our mind. But yeah, so let's get right into it. To all my INFJs out there, just want to start off with my day. I don't know why this light won't turn on, but let's leave it on, right? It's an INFJ day. Love, a day to love. We love those kind of days. We love them. And so, yeah, start off my day. I was compelled to go to church because church is good for you, depending on how you interpret it. I'm not saying that everyone's going to get a hold of it. I'm not saying everyone's going to love it. But please don't judge me because I love it, because I'm not ashamed and I'm not embarrassed. You know, it's just something I'm always going to keep saying. I'm always going to keep praising Jesus. I'm always going to keep praising the church, because that's my source. That's my source of strength. That's my source of love. Everything all around. So, you know, I'm at the church, my church, you know. I don't know if I'm going to stay at this church. I don't know if, there's like a lot of craziness going on, but, it was nice to get back. I haven't been there for like a month, and, it's good for me. It's good for us INFJs, because we don't like to hold grudges and we don't like to have enemies. Even if it's the other person's fault or whatever. I'm not saying this in particular about my church, because I can't badmouth them and I can't badmouth the pastor, because that's a big biblical doctrine that I subscribe to, and that's that not to disrespect God's house and God's anointed. I mean, we have to understand that nobody's perfect, and even in some cases, maybe it was something that I did, that I was in the wrong, that I overseen or whatever. But it was a good day. It was a good day. And prior to that, yesterday, because ever since this COVID thing, because I'm a delivery driver for a company, and that's what I do as a profession. But due to COVID, I've been laid off, just stacking up this unemployment. But I on the side, I like to fix iPhones and repair them and all that great stuff. And so there was this woman who lives in a town about an hour away from me here in California. And I sold her an iPhone at a really good deal. And at first, I thought she was a bit skeptical. That's why, she was just hesitant about a lot of stuff. But, so anyway, long story short, I make the deal. Everything's cool, whatever. But, later she's complaining about this and that. I'm like, wow, you get this phone for like a cheap deal, and you're complaining and accusing me of all this craziness. So I went to go check out the phone, and I noticed it was locked. And she was trying to say, like, as if I was like accusing her, or as if I needed her to believe me, like all this craziness. And I don't know like every single detail about Apple products, but I'm pretty good like at what I know. I mean, I made a pretty good profession out of it, and I've yet to have a disgruntled customer up until recently, and by none of my own fault. Like, I don't even know how she did it, but I believe that if it wasn't her, it was somebody in her family or somebody around her, or whatever, that caused the phone to get locked, because maybe somebody hacked into it or put a virus. I mean, there's a lot of many possibilities that I can't really like look at it and guess, because like there's software to, there's a lot of factors, and I don't even think even the inventor of Apple could just look at something and say, oh, that's the problem. But or maybe they can, shoot, maybe they can. But yeah, so she demanded that it get fixed. And being the nice gentleman that I am, being a Christian, and then INFJ on top of that, that's like double the dosage of kindness. I offered to figure out what the problem is, but she wanted some collateral. And like, like I wasn't expecting like a big, all this craziness to happen. But for whatever reason, it's happening. I had to just, deal with it. So, I explained to her that I got to take it back to my place and play with it or figure it out, whatever. And she's wanting collateral. So I don't walk around with thousands on me. I didn't have that in my account. I have no access to it, or else I would have just gladly threw it at her and been on my way. But so I just basically gave her the scenario. I'm either gonna fix it and you're gonna let me take it, or you just figure it out. So, because this is after being frustrated of trying to explain to her that you locked it. But good possibility she didn't lock it. I'm not saying that, But so yeah, she finally agreed to blah 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 whatever. And so like days are going by, weeks are going by, I'm getting bugged. Like, oh my gosh, because when you get locked from your phone, especially an iPhone, oof. Okay, if you're watching this and you're an Apple lover, or you've owned an Apple phone before, or plan to, whatever, any passwords that you get, because you got to understand, you could forget stuff. It has nothing to do with the software or the hardware, any of that stuff. Uh-oh. That's Honey Bun calling me right there. She's gonna have to wait till this video's over. But she won't stop blowing me up. But whenever you get a password, just write it down. Write it down and store it somewhere. That's the best advice I can give you. So you won't have to face the craziness I had to face. So basically what I had to do was, in between trying to like find like a glitch or find some way, because when something's iCloud locked, it's done. You just got to know that, for one. Like, there are people that say they could do whatever, and I'm sure they probably can. I mean, I don't know how they do it, but I just know from my own knowledge, take it for like the full face value. When something is locked, that expect it to stay locked unless you have the key. That's the honest way. That is the honest way. But yeah, so like in between trying to do that and figure out all these other craziness, wild things that I tried and just didn't work. And I got her bugging me. I'm trying to stay in contact, trying to keep it cool. But then she starts calling me names and coming up with these wild accusations. And it's just, oh my gosh, you serious? Blowing me up. This is my little Valentine for today, but it's gonna be a long hike. I just wanted to, I just wanted to make this video. It's therapy for me. I'm in a good mood. Why not? But yeah, it was all failure. I'm trying to keep in touch, trying to, keep everything cool. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, dang, like she's gonna think I really am trying to burn her. I'm trying to do something. But it's like, I really do desperately want to figure out the problem. That way, I don't have to live with like this. It's not even so much my conscience. It's just like, I want to help her out, just like, because I feel like whoever's gonna get her better to this issue is gonna be me. better resolved anyway. And so I'm contacting customer support to where I finally get this breakthrough because I love Apple phones, so I have Apple phones, blah blah blah. Where I finally get this email, and it helps walk me through, resetting it, and I reset it, boom, got it open. I was like, all right, and like right when I got it open, is like happened to be the same day where she contacts me. No lie, no lie. Just try to stay with me. She finally contacts me, and it's like, or not finally, but like, cause she's contacting me a lot, but like, she contacts me on this day, and I'm like ready to tell her the great news. But man, she starts making some ugly, ugly, ugly accusations that like really offend me, and that's when I just like totally lash out. I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? And so like, cause like, you know how it is, like when your buttons are pressed, and she really, really, really pressed my buttons to where like I got out of character. I got out of character. I'll be honest. And so I'm just like, boom, I'm done. Miss me with all that. And I was about to pull me like a move, like a scandalous move, like I'm being honest, because that's how mad I was, out of spite. That's how mad I was, and I'm not justifying nothing. I'm not justifying nothing, saying, "Oh well, because she was." Well, no, it's like, and I told her this before, like like I was trying to give her a chance, legit, legit. I was trying to give her a chance. I told her like this. I said like this. You really shouldn't say these kind of things and be rude to the person who has all the collateral. It's just common sense. It's just common sense. And that's why I say I am keeping it real, because I was like, a little spiteful. I was in my feelings. I was so in my feelings. To where, not even the next day. I mean, the next day, I contacted her and I'm like, hey, you know what? If we could put our feelings aside and our emotions aside, I have your phone and I wanted to tell you that I fixed it and you could come and pick it up. But does she live well enough alone? Does she leave well enough alone? Nah. She starts going off. Blah, blah, blah. And being the INFJer that I am, whoa, hold on. Hold on. Because I know some of you guys are saying, oh, well, she's a woman. You should be kind. Yes. I don't go against that. But she was a psycho. And me, just at least me, like, I only have so much patience. I only have so much. And, so yeah, she does it again. So I'm like, you know what? Why do I even bother to her? Just hang up the phone. Just throw her on the shine. Like, I'm not even paying attention to it anymore. But after a couple of days, I'll say like even a week go by. Because I'm reading her messages in the process, and she said something that resonated, and it's like, well, you're supposed to be this, and you say you're that. And by that, she's talking about being a Christian man and being honest. And it had me thinking, like, really, really, really thinking, you know what? I can't just fake the funk. Because people are always going to try you. People are always going to put you down. People are always going to do whatever they do. But we got to do the things that we do. We got to be the light. And I'm saying Christian in my case, but I'm talking to you INFJs out there. Because there's a reason why we're powerful. Because we're the light. We're the light. We have stronger endurance. We have like a higher intellect. And we love like crazy. So like that's how you level the playing field. And that's why we're here. And it just really, 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 really had me like, I'm just like, you know what? Forget all the dumb stuff. It's time to put my pride aside. It's time to put me aside. Because who am I to take from someone? That's not real. That's not real. If you're somebody that's a thief, I hope you come to realizing that you're hurting people in the process for your gain. And if you don't care, well then I don't know what to tell you. Just try, learn how to care. But you know, I just, just felt like I wanted to do the right thing. So I just told her, hey, you know what? Let's meet up tomorrow. I don't want to argue with you. I kept it really, really simple. I don't want to argue with you. I don't want to fight. I have your phone. It's fixed. Call me tomorrow whenever you're ready to meet up. And she'd say, no, you come over here. I said, no, actually, you're going to come to me. You are going to come to me. Because I really didn't do anything wrong in the process. Like, I gave her a phone for like really cheap because I was in need due to finances. And so, on top of giving her a good phone, like, I fixed it and I took pictures and I was going to show her, like, look, this is what happened. Because there was a website that, like, was hidden and was tethered onto the phone. Like, a bunch of encrypting stuff that hackers know about. But, I found it later and I just, took some pictures. But, long story short, so she come and we meet up. Like, after having a couple arguments about, her not giving me a heads up. And I'm like telling her, like, it's just common sense. You don't have to be brilliant to know this, you know? And so we meet up and I kind of lagged it, but it wasn't on purpose. Like, I was in the middle of fixing other phones. But, something just captivated my heart. Like, I had an Apple TV and as much as I'm taking a loss, I was like, you know what? Just so she knows that Christian people are real and that we're honest, just so she knows that. Because, like, it really captivated my heart, like to keep that alive. And so I had an Apple TV. I said, you know what? I apologize for you having to wait, even though, I could debate if it was my fault or not. God was just tugging at my heart. And I said, you know what? Here's this Apple TV. And I hope you know that, I'm not a bad person and that there are still good Christians out there. And I kid you not, it captivated her heart. She said, oh, thank you. And then that's when we stopped having the animosity. And I shook her hand. I said, you know what? I'm really sorry. I don't justify my actions, but, you have a good one. You enjoy, your things. To where that put me like in a really super good mood. It gave me the courage to go back to my church, just break all animosity. To where I had a friend that's not so much a friend, there's an attraction obviously. To where I'm gonna meet up tonight, and I'm just feeling really good, and just want to keep challenging INFJs out there just to be the light. Be the light because that's what you are. Nobody could tell you anything about it or how to do it because you're different. You need an INFJ to tell you how it is. And even though I don't have the answers, there's one thing that I know that's always going to shine bright, and that's that we're the light. So keep being the light because there's people depending on you.